Hello everyone, welcome back to See Self Awake. I'm Mandy. If you've ever told yourself, I would just finish this one thing and then look up, it was 1 a.m. Today we're looking at what that one thing is actually for. I want to start today's episode with a moment that keeps happening to me lately. It's the afternoon and I'm sitting at my desk just looking at something on my screen, nothing complicated. And here's the thing, I know every single word in there, but the moment I try to read it as a whole sentence, it just doesn't come together. I get all the way to the end and I couldn't tell you what it said. So I go back and I read again and it's just the same thing. And normally this is like a 5 seconds thing for me. I read it, I get it, I answer, I move on. So when I've gone through it 3 times and I'm still nowhere, that's when it hits me like, okay, there's nothing left. My body's gone, my head is gone. I'm just running on empty. And all I want is to close the laptop, get up, walk away from the desk, and just stop for a while. And for the longest time, I honestly thought that feeling was just the price. Like that's just a part of working for yourself, part of building the kind of life I actually want. Being that tired is what it costs, so I pay it. That's the deal, right? I don't think that anymore because at some point I actually looked at the bill and it turns out that fog wasn't the price I was paying for something. It was quietly taking things from me. And that's what I want to get in today. The thing I finally stopped trading away, my nights. So I run an international business and majority of my team is back in China, which means when their day is starting, mine is already ending. So if I need to talk to them, it has to happen at night, my night. And that's what stretches everything out. So here's the little experiment I ran on myself. For a stretch, a few weeks, I just let myself stay up late, up till 1, 2 a.m., and then backed up around 8, 9. And you know what I started noticing? My brain was getting slower, just duller. And I could feel every bit of it because I know what my head feels like when it's sharp. So when it slows down, I'm not guessing. I literally feel it. Then I flipped the whole thing. I started getting better around 10, 10:30, up at 5 or 6. And honestly, after a few days, once your body clock resets, you just kind of wake up around that time on your own. And then there's this first hour after I wake up. I tried that 2 different ways. The first way, I'd get up and go straight into work messages. And that one, first thing in the morning, it just carpet bombed my brain. By 9, 10, I'm already fried. Like, yeah, I got up at 6, but I've also already put in 3 hours straight before the day even started. And then I'm at that screen all day. And somehow nothing really got done, or it did get done, just not as efficiently. The other way, I don't touch my phone at all. No messages, no work. I do a little belly massage, some meditation, maybe listening to an audiobook, do some journaling. And this way I get to warm up first. It's like the on-ramp to highway. You're picking up speed before you merge. So by the time the work begins, I'm already moving. And I can feel the difference. I'm more focused when I work. I've got more in me. My head is sharper. I decide faster. I think faster. That's me at my clearest. Now, okay, let me be honest about where I still get pulled. So, to hit a deadline, push a project, keep things moving, a lot of us reach for the night, right? It's quiet, you're finally alone, and with my work and the time difference. So, I'll be winding down around 10, 10:30, and then the factory applies. And honestly, what happens in my head is not that dramatic. There's half a second where I go, oh, it's late. I wanted to be asleep by now. And then, well, I've already seen it, so I might as well just handle it. And if I handle it now, things actually move faster. We don't lose a day. So I answer 11, 12. Before you notice, it's 1 a.m. And the whole time there's this little voice going, it's so late. This could have waited till tomorrow. And then another one going, no, this one matters. Just finish it. And when I finally do finish, I think, yeah, that was too late. And then the next night, I do it again. There's the loop I've been living in, and I want to be fair to that loop because here's the part I can't pretend about. Staying up works. It's not like I'm imagining some disaster if I don't answering tonight. Things have actually gone wrong. There was a time I forgot to send a quote over to the factory, so I didn't have the number in the morning. So my client heard nothing from me all day, and in this business, that's the one thing you can't afford. Not the mistake itself, but them starting to feel like you're not on it. So when I stay up till 1 and I get everything confirmed, the next morning I can actually give my client an answer and the order keeps moving. And the one extra day on a delivery date, that's real. That's not nothing. So no, I wasn't staying up for no reason. It was working. And that's exactly what makes it so hard to put down. But it was also charging me. I just wasn't looking at that side of the bill because I'm the one making the calls in the business. And when my head is dull, the decisions I make cost me way more than the day I saved. That's the tuition, expensive tuition. And I've paid it more than once. Never the same mistake twice, just a different one every time my head wasn't clear enough to catch it. And that's the bill I could actually put a number on. But money was the cheaper bill. My body's been keeping the other one because the body doesn't start by shouting. It starts with a whisper. You're a little more tired than you used to be. You catch things more easily. Something's always slightly sore and you just work around it. And it's easy to ignore because none of it actually stops you. And that's the whole problem. A whisper doesn't stop you, but it doesn't stay a whisper. Ignore it long enough and it stops asking. It just makes you stop. I'm not gonna sit here and spell out the worst of it. You know it. I just know I don't want to get there. So I listen while it's still small. That's the part I'm not willing to keep paying for. So here's what actually changed. I started having things I wanted to do with my own time. And that's the order it happening. I didn't let go first and then find my life. I found something I wanted and then letting go became possible. So now I stop around 10, 10:30. And when something's standing between me and that, I don't just push through it anymore. I ask a different question. Who else could carry this? And if one person can't hold it, then two together. And if they really can't make the call, then it waits till the morning when my head is clear enough to make it. I can live with that delay now, and if it has to be me and the order falls through because of it, even if it costs me money, okay, I'll take that. Because now I know something I didn't know before. Next time a deal needs that much of me at that hour, I can choose to not take it. And that's really what I've been learning. Not some rule I set once and stuck to. I find my edges by crossing them and then I practice holding them one night at a time. So no, I don't trade sleep for orders anymore. I used to think staying up was me working harder. Now I can see it for what it actually was. Me quietly making every single one of my decisions worse and letting my body cover the rest of the bill. So I've stopped paying for tired with more tired. And if you know that feeling, the one where you say, I'll just finish this one thing, and then it's 1 in the morning. Here's the question I'd sit with. Not what it's costing you. You probably already know that. But if you didn't catch it tonight, if it just waited till the morning, what's the worst thing you think would happen? And then honestly, Has that ever actually happened? That part's yours to look at. Because the hours you win staying up, you just lose that right back the next day. A clear mind is worth more than one more hour. And if there's something you keep staying up to catch, and someday you just wanted to sit it a while together, coaching's a newer path for me, something I've been growing into this year. I'm taking one-on-one sessions now. The first one's on me. The link's in the show notes. Whenever you feel ready, I'll be around. So tonight, whenever you get there, I hope you close the laptop a little earlier than you think you're allowed to. And I hope tomorrow morning your head feels like your own again. So see truly, live freely. I'm Mandy, and this is See Self Awake. I'll see you next time.